Mami is always an incredible experience. I think for me it's a little emotional. It's my home festival. I've grown up in this city, and I've seen films from the very first Mami, and some of my favorite word cinema experiences have happened over here. So I have a very deep emotional connection. I had a film screening, I had a documentary screening this year. It was lovely. The first screening went well. It was houseful. The rare times independent filmmakers can say that the screenings are houseful is only at film festivals. Public में भी होता नहीं है ऐसा. So that's always a nice feeling. And my next screening is on Friday, which I'm actually looking forward to.
What challenges do you see in the distribution of Indian art house films in the Indian market?
It is pretty bleak when it comes to distribution for indie films and art house films over here. I think the number one problem, we don't have enough screens to screen movies anywhere. Not to mention the fact that there is a certain diminishing number of people who are not coming to movie theaters for at least for a certain kind of film. So one has to combat when we just finished a session to sort of like discuss how we can kind of combat that, whether that means specialized distribution or specialized theaters. It needs to be done. I think it's a problem, and we need to sort it out. But we will soon, hopefully.
Can you elaborate on the role of film festivals and their impact on distribution of Indian art house films in the country?
Film festivals are a wonderful place to be able to see movies, and as not just for an audience to be able to see the newest kind of cinema, but also for buyers of movies and the sellers of movies to connect with each other. That they can gauge an audience reaction, they can cut deals, they can figure out distribution. We have people from all over the world that come to film festivals, so it's not just local distribution; it's also distribution from all over everywhere in the world. So I think they're extremely important. For every kind of movie, for commercials, for documentaries, for every kind of movie.
Lastly, any advice for aspiring Indian art house filmmakers?
Just make incredibly unique local films. Just keep doing that. I think they're already doing it. I think there's some incredible movies that are being made by younger filmmakers, newer filmmakers, and I think that just keep doing that. Keep planning.
Thank you. Thank you.
So since morning we've been attending sessions about the production and distribution of the commerce side of it. One of the points that was taken up was
Rolling.
How was your experience at the Mami Film Festival this year? At the Mami Film Festival this year?
It's been terrific from the opening night to a couple of films I've seen, and of course some very interesting discussions that Anupama has organized. So I mean, a real 360, getting to see all aspects of the festival. So yeah, great so far.
What challenges do you see in the distribution of Indian art house films in the Indian market today?
Like always, it is an extremely challenging market. I think we don't have the distributors who are going to be the ones who really connect the dots and identify the content coming out and where it can be successfully exhibited. So I think that is one ongoing challenge. But we had a great roundtable discussion where hopefully some ideas have come up, and maybe by this time next year we'll be able to do some case studies and improve it further.
Can you elaborate on the role of film festivals and their impact on the distribution of indie films in the country?
I think it's huge because it's all about curating. There's so many films are made, so the word I guess is discoverability of what are the good titles for an audience is very hard. So a film festival becomes a great shorthand to understand, okay, first films have been selected here, there's obviously some merit to it. And after the festival, the films that carry a buzz going out that can also be really helpful to distribute those films and get them to an audience. So I think they are a big part of delivering indie films to audiences that are looking for it.
And lastly, any advice for new and aspiring art house filmmakers?
Look, the advice is you've not chosen an easy lifestyle or career, but it is something that you have to keep fighting for, keep looking for opportunities, look for less fashionable opportunities. Maybe it's not the multiplexes that your film needs to release at. Maybe it's the older cinemas which have great occupancies, can offer lower ticket rates, and can bring in big audiences. So I think from many different angles, it's never been easy. All the digital competitions making it harder, but I think the opportunity remains. It's just that they have to really put in their best to optimize